Hey guys, it's me, LSP Spectrar here in another video on Wayward Terran Frontier. This time we are doing an update review, talking about the new things that George Holzgren, the developer, has put in the game. It's a pretty exciting update. Before we get into it, I'm going to tell you what is kind of in the update. First off, EVA, we'll be going over all this stuff, so don't worry. Drones, he's increased the repair rate again. He's added some new UI kind of systems over here on the right hand side that kind of give you more information when you're driving your ship. He's got a mini map added, and last but not least, he has added toilets. So let's go ahead and get into all of that. So EVAs are one of the things that he added. Very simple. It's basically when you're on the outside of your ship is basically what EVA means. Excuse me. So when you're fighting an enemy ship, you can now be sucked out into space if you hit the space tiles. Instead of just dying instantly, you'll be sucked out, which means you can see it when you attack your enemy ship. You'll see him get sucked out here in just a second. There he is right there. You can see his marker, but then he dies. Now, if you have an EVA suit, you can actually survive outside your ship. I do not currently yet have an EVA suit myself. I'm currently working on getting one, but as soon as I get one, I will do a separate video on it. It basically allows you to do outside repairs and board a ship when you don't have a docking port accessible. Before I talk about the drones, here in the test menu, you can press F1 and you get this really cool layout of all the buttons that you would kind of need for playing the game. It's a really useful little AI. But let's go on to the drones. This is the module at the beginning. It does not have the drone in it until it is powered. It makes a drone via power. So if you lose one, it will just make another one. I'll be showing you that in a second. But essentially, the developer wants to make more and more drones, but this is the very first one he's released, so don't worry, more to come. This one is a Tier 1 repair drone that you can see it popped up. Let's go test it out. And the repair drone can either be used on yourself or on somebody else. So, if we spawn an enemy ship, he will start shooting us. There he goes. And damage our ship. We can then put the cursor over our ship, hit 1, and this cool little drone comes out and starts repairing our ship. Now, there he goes. He gets destroyed right there. So he can be destroyed by any enemy bullets, but don't worry. Power from your ship will make another one. It does not say how much power requires to make a new one, but it does take a bit, and it will take a little bit of time. Now, you may be wondering, why would you want to use this drone on somebody else? Now, if you have a ship that you have captured and you want to retreat, you want to bring it back to base, it is a little bit hard to get it repaired enough to get home safely. Now, a lot of people have apparently been complaining about this, so the developer addressed the issue, and this is his main fix aside from EVA repairing and other things like that. And he's also sped up the time it takes to repair. So you can put your cursor over the ship that you have captured and repair, and the drone will go ahead and start repairing the outside, which is really useful. There you go. You see, you get another one. No big deal. But that's basically the drones. The developer has said that he does want to put more in with different uses, so don't worry. This is the first of many to come. But it's a really sweet advancement in the game, and I'm really excited about it. Now, the next thing he added is some UI features. As you can see over here, we have this new UI system that kind of gives us some more information about our ship. It tells us how many reactors we have, and gives us information about capacitors, as well as some more information about reactors. Now, it is a little bit confusing to look at, and I unfortunately can't say I 100% understand everything that this reactors UI is telling me. Maybe after I dive in a little bit, I'll do a separate video about it if I feel it's important enough, or if you guys request it. But for now, it basically, what he said on his game update, or patch notes, I should say, is that it tells you your reactors, if they're overheating, how they're working, same with capacitors. As you can see on the capacitors, you've got all these little dots. This is showing that my capacitors are full. If this drops and basically this little gray line becomes clear again, you could kind of see it before we started. I don't know if I'll be able to empty them at all. But essentially that will show you your capacitors. This part tells you capacity. You can kind of see how your generators are running. As your generators are reactors, I keep saying generators. But reactors, these dots will start to move up and this graph will change. I'm assuming this red one is heat. That is basically it. He hasn't given much more information about what tells what. But if you guys do request it, I will dive into it a little bit more and do a video about it. The next UI dealio is you have this map in here, but when you press F, you now have a map of wherever you are at, and it updates based on changes. As you can see, you've got the kind of radar scan going across and will give you updates about your ship. You can actually see where you're being hit from, things like that. If there's something on your ship, like another NPC or something, you can see him. But essentially, no matter where you go in, you will actually be able to have a map of where you are. This includes going into a station and raiding it. You'll be able to see a little mini map, which is, in my opinion, extremely useful. So I'm really glad he added that. Okay, the next thing he's added is a fun little aesthetic thing that he says can potentially have some use in the future. It is what every spaceship needs and never shows you: toilets. Now, in the patch notes, he said it is possible that in the future he's going to add some possible use of the toilets, i.e., maybe some NPCs will not want to join you if you do not have toilets on your ship. It may influence some NPCs to join you, but it's kind of more of a funny aesthetic thing at the moment. And honestly, I think it's a fun little thing for him to add, just because you watch all these movies and shows, and you know there's got to be toilets somewhere, but you never see them. And so now he's added this. As of right now, they do not have any use, but like I said, the developer said they might in the future. Now, I will quickly show you right in here. This is where the drone is. As you can see, it doesn't give much more information. But other than that, guys, this is kind of an update. Other than what I've shown you, it's mostly just some aesthetics things here and there in the game. You'll notice some of the images for things you pick up maybe look a little bit different. Things like that. I've noticed some. You kind of see like a little blood spray when you get attacked. Nothing graphic, just a little cartoony blood spray. Very minimal to kind of show that you did get hit. In fact, in case your sound is down or something like that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this review. Like I said at the beginning, EVA video will be coming out as soon as I get more information about that, and I'll dive into it deeper. I didn't feel like this was the place to do that in this video, so sorry for the minimal amount of information for that. But other than that, guys, if you have any video suggestions or anything you'd like to add to this video that I may have missed, please leave it in the comment sections below, and we will talk about it there. If it's a big enough deal, I will address it later in another video. If you have any game suggestions, I'd love to hear them. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.